Alright guys, welcome back to another episode restoring the HZ Kingswood. So it is currently April 2022 and I was going through some footage on my computer and I found a video that I never edited back from the start of 2020, so about 2.5 years ago. So quickly going to throw this video together. You get to watch me as an absolute child mucking around with this thing, and very shortly there will be some more videos coming out, some consistent weekly videos showing what's gone on and what hasn't gone on in the 2.5 years since I was working on this car. The plan is to get this done in the next couple of months, so I'm going to be working on it full time until this car is finished. As you can see, from now to a couple of years ago, the shed looks quite different. It's a lot more organized, and we're really going to get stuck into it this time. So hit the subscribe button. There's going to be regular updates, so yeah, you can keep on top of all of that. But for now, enjoy the video, and I'll be seeing you guys soon. Alrighty, welcome back to another episode with the Holden HZ. Today we're going to be doing some work on the gearbox and the front suspension, getting different components painted and put back on the car, and hopefully putting the gearbox and the engine together and back in the car. So first of all, we're going to be working on the gearbox. So the gearbox in my Holden Kingswood is a Aussie 3-speed manual column shift. So this is the gearbox here. I've got the bell housing off, and what we're doing at the moment is replacing the rear main seal and the front main seal. So I've got it all pulled apart. We're just going to go ahead and put the new seals on. You can see that's the old one there. It was leaking pretty badly. Got a new one there. And same deal for the front one. Old, new. So I'm going to put this together, grease it all up, bolt the bell housing back to the gearbox, and then we're going to get the flywheel put on the back of the engine, clutch, and put these two together so we can just crane them straight into the front of the car once the suspension's done. I've got the starter motor on, and I've started to get all the other bits of the engine together, the intake manifold, distributor, coil pack. I've got the spark plugs in. Also, we went and picked up some new paint from Super Cheap, and I'll give you a look at what we've done with it. Alrighty, it's another day. We're back here working on the Holden HZ. As you know, we got that new paint, and we're going to start spraying it on a couple panels. The bonnet, we're going to do the outside again, as well as the front bar, and also one of the guards, which I'm doing some panel beating on at the moment. So let's go have a look at that. Alrighty, so I was lucky enough with my car to not have too much rust in the panels, but there are a couple of spots, like the bottom of this guard here, lots of dents through here, so all this has been bashed in. Here was one of the few actual holes from rust, so that whole section has been grinded out, and then it's just been filled with some filler at the moment, piled on there pretty thick. We're going to go through and then sand this whole portion down, get this almost flat, and then we're going to lay over a layer across this whole bit here of dolphin putty. So it's a much thinner, easier to spread putty. Then we'll go again, sand all that down, then we'll put some spray putty on, as well as a couple other spots that just need a little bit of putty, so it's a spray on putty. And then after that we'll sand that down and then scuff up the rest of the panel, and then we'll be ready to paint this with the actual jasmine yellow. So let's get into getting this panel ready. Alrighty, so in a moment I'm going to be mixing up some paint. I've got the new jasmine yellow here, mixing pot, and some acrylic thinner. I'm going to do about 60%, so it comes out a little bit thicker, because I have a couple of little stone chips and stuff that I'll be able to fill with the paint in the bonnet. So I'm going to mix up about 400 ml overall, and then we're going to go spray the bonnet. So we're going to mix that up now, and then we'll jump straight into it. Alrighty, so at the moment I've been sitting around watching paint dry, and been getting a bit bored, so enjoy this time lapse of me making an impromptu decision to put the engine in. And there you go, the engine's back in the car. So now we'll head over and finish off those panels. So that was a bit of a blast from the past. So that's where we left off 2.5 years ago, and as you can see, there's a bit more going on behind me. So that video is going to be dropping next week, and I'll see you guys then. Cheers.